Cyclobikes Kenya, the #1 destination for bicycles, spare parts, servicing and repairs.
So in this episode, we are going to learn how to fix brakes. As you can see, this bike do not come with the front brakes and also the back brake, but we need to fix the brakes because you can't ride the bike without brakes. So we are going to learn how to fix the brakes, both the front and the back. And when fixing brakes, there are some few tools that we need, and also there are few components that we need. So when fixing brakes, we need a few tools. One of the important tools is the Allen key set number 5. So we need a set of Allen key number 5. We also need the cable cutter. So this is our cable cutter. Some people have got the pack tool cable cutter, the different types of cable cutter, but in our case we are going to use this one. The cable cutter it has got two sharp ends, as you can see, and it assumes the shape of a scissors. So this one we are going to use it. We also need a set of pliers, just in case of anything else that we may need to cut or hold. We need a set of pliers. So in this case, we just not need the 3 tools to fix the brakes. We also need the brake components, and one of the brake components that we need is the housing. So these are our brake housing. They are usually black in color. The black in color, and we need several pieces of them. As you can see, I've got 3 pieces in this case. We also need the boot cable, and they assume the shape of an L. They assume the shape of an L. We also need the cables. So these are brake cables. The brake cables usually come in different sizes. In this case, we have to differentiate between a brake cable and the gear cable. So the main difference between a brake cable and the gear cable is the head of the cable. The brake cable is usually big. The head of the cable is bigger than the one of the gear. As you can see, the gear one is a smaller one, and then the brake cable usually have the bigger head. Apart from these ones, we also need a lubricant, and in this case we are going to use normal oil, just to make sure that when you're holding your brakes, it runs smoothly inside the housing. So we are going to start fixing our front brake. So this is our front brake levers. So we are going to insert our brake cable. This is a brake cable. Insert it inside this hole. Insert it like that. See, it's already fixed inside. And then the brake lever has a lining here that attaches it to the end. So you align the same lever, the cable inside that brake, that line, sorry. And then we twist the cover, the head of the brake lever. We twist it like that. So we have already inserted our cable. The cable is inside the brake lever, and then we are going also to insert the cable inside the housing, like that. So our cable is inside the housing. After I've done that, we are going to fix the boot cable inside the cable. So inside the boot cable, inside the cable, like that. That's the third step. As you can see, it's already complete. We have already inserted the cable, the housing, and the boot cable. And then we are going also to attach the boot cable to the brake calipers. So these are the brake calipers. So we are going to attach our boot cable like that. We hook it onto this brake lever, and then we fix it and connect it to the other side of the brake lever, as you can see. So at first you have to make sure it's a little bit tight, and then we'll adjust using our Allen key. So you're gonna fix it completely. So use the Allen key to twist the nut. Like that. So we have already fixed our brake. So you're gonna adjust and see if it's in the right tension. As you can see, the brakes are already in the right tension, so the bike can stop as sharp as you want it to be. And that's how we fix our front brake. Okay, this is a housing. we usually have the cable ends, and in this case we don't have the cable ends, but it's usually attached at the end of the cable, just to ensure that you don't pierce yourself while washing your bike, or to avoid the threads of the cable coming out. So in this case we don't have, we are going to fix it inside the caliper like that, so that you can hide it, just like that. We are going to fix our back brake. So these are the calipers of the brake lever of the back brake. So we are going to insert our cable right inside the brake lever, and then we align on the line, just like that, and then we tilt the end of the brake lever to make sure that the line now is not on the same line as the brake lever. And then after that, we are going to insert the cable inside our housing. And make sure that it comes out from the other side. We fix it inside the brake lever. And then the frame has got hooks. As you can see, these are hooks. Hooks are meant to hold the housing, the brake housing, onto the frame. So I'm going to insert the housing onto the first hook. There we go. And then the cable passes on top of the top tube of the frame. And then at this side you also have another hook. So you are going to add another housing that is going to hook onto the back of the brake. So inside another housing, and then we hook it onto the last hook of the frame. And then we have our boot cable. We are going to also to hook it onto the cable like that. And then these are our brake calipers. So we hook the brakes onto the calipers of the brake like that, and then we fix the other side using a set of Allen keys like that. So we hold it tight, and then we adjust our calipers. So you tighten it completely and make sure that the screw is holding the cable tight onto the caliper, and then you have to confirm the brakes are tight, as you can see. So in this case we are also going to hold our cable inside the brake caliper, and that's how we fix our back brake.